So here we are at Little Lake Lodge. I'm doing a garden tour real quick. Hopefully it won't take me too long. Our elderberry bush, it's full of berries. See if you can see that in the camera. Needless to say, they're all over the bush. We didn't plant this bush, it just was here. And it's getting bigger and bigger every year. We got some wild asparagus. Somebody planted this years ago and it grows up every year right here in this one spot. It's weird. Come into the garden. We got the smoke obviously from the fires in Canada. This year there's an epidemic of cucumber beetles, so we've been battling those things. Doing your own garden really shows why they spray everything with pesticides. It is very, very, very hard to manage these bugs. We've been trying to use diatomaceous earth, but that kind of kills all the bugs. So our squash plants, we've been battling squash bugs, and they're kind of, all these bugs, not only do they demolish your plants, they come with diseases. So kind of like a deer tick, like 1 in 4 or whatever has Lyme's disease. Not every single one has it, but there are ones that have it. So here's a squash bug right here, and he's definitely getting squashed. Damn bugs, man, they freaking demolish your plants. Like, look, they've already put diseases into this one. So not only do they chew up your leaves, they they disease your plants, and then your plants die. So these are all struggling because of the squash bugs. And the cucumber beetles. We got the little zucchini growing. We got tomatoes. I forget what kind of tomatoes these all are. Tomato. They're tomatoes. Some are beefsteak, some are paste tomatoes, some are cherry tomatoes. But yeah, we got some beefsteaks over here marinating. You come over here, you got let's see, where are they? There they are. These are kind of like hiding under. You got like clusters like that. Over here we have our sweet banana peppers. These are bell peppers down here. These are all sweet banana peppers. You can see them kind of hanging off the vine. So those are all banana peppers are growing up. Like I said, these plants are just these diseases that they can get. And this is one of them that's getting one of the diseases. You can see the leaves are kind of crumpling up. It's very frustrating. Look at that one compared to that one. So I don't know if we're gonna have to rip this one out. I don't know if the disease spreads no matter what you do, or you gotta rip them out. There's so much information on the internet that it makes it hard to zone in on anything. These are bell peppers and sweet banana peppers. The bell peppers are taking their time to grow in. I don't know why. I guess they're just being lazy this year. Over here we got more tomatoes. Got clusters forming. See? These are gonna be nice and red and juicy when we're done. And hopefully there's gonna be a lot more growing. You see there's a bunch more like growing everywhere. See? Tomatoes. Tomato. Over here you got these are eggplant, and guess what loves eggplant? Bean beetles, and they're all over it. And they're sucking little holes all through it. And this is all diatomaceous earth. And it's not a pesticide, it's like it's like seashell broken up into fine flour. And it dries out the bugs when it gets on them. But these doesn't seem to be affecting these bean beetles very much, because they're still, I don't even know if you'll be able to see them. I think you can see it right there. There's one sitting right there sucking on it. There's another one. They're just all over the place. So yeah, I don't know if this plant, see there's like 7 of them right there. I don't know if this plant is gonna make it. So yeah, weeds, bugs, diseases, oh my gosh. Don't have to worry about thorns and thistles, you gotta worry about everything else. The jalapenos are doing great though. Some plants do really good and some are struggling. So the tomatoes are all doing pretty good so far. They are getting diseases though, because of all the rain we've had. Over here, it dumps the rain. You know, the storms come in inches. You know, 2 inches today, 2 inches tomorrow. And then we get no rain for like a week and a half. So we got all these jalapenos. They're doing great. Let's see if we can see them. It's kind of hard to see things on the camera. There we go. There's a bunch of them. And that's pretty much on every plant, about a bunch going all the way down. So they're doing great for some reason. Tomatoes aren't doing too bad. We got tomatoes all over the place. We got cucumbers. The cucumber beetle epidemic. We finally got past the death stage, meaning the plants when they're little, they get chewed up. We planted like successions and kept replanting. So we're getting cucumbers now. You can see the cucumbers, see all the flowers, see them all, there's cucumbers. But the cucumber beetles are definitely trying to do their best to kill these plants. Let's see, there was a diseased plant over here somewhere. And once the plant gets diseased, it kills off the whole vine. So, let's see this one. It's basically they killed it and it turned into mush, and then just, you know, the whole vine's gonna die. Sucks. But we're getting cucumbers, so I come out here every night and I smush as many cucumber bugs as I can. So I probably smush about 100 of them a night easy. And I could do a lot more, but I get tired and I have to go inside, because when you're looking really close at the plants, your eyes actually get tired. You start to get blurry because you're like focusing in so much on these little plants, and they come out at night, so I have a headlamp on. So I'm focusing in on this little light that's shining on the plants, and your eyes start to get tired and they start to like get blurry and stuff. Like your eye muscles. It's very weird. We got hot peppers here. I think they're fish peppers, or I forget what they're called. Something hot peach. We got more bell pepper, snack pepper kind of things over here. Got some right there. Got some bell peppers. That's not bell pepper. Yeah, you got these all growing in. Over here we got our greens. We got our chard. We got our wild spinach. Over here we got our honeydew. They've kind of made it past the death stage. The beetles did their best to destroy them, but luckily I've been out here smashing them. So hopefully we'll get some honeydews. For some reason these beans aren't doing very good. I don't think they like being in the green stalk. Come over here. Got more hot peppers. Got some beefsteak tomatoes. Look how fat that boy is. Over here you got atomic grape tomatoes. They're all clustered. Starting to cluster up. Tunnel gets very, got more tomatoes right there. This one got CLSA diseased and died for some reason. I have no idea. And this is a big cherry. It's a huge cherry tomato plant. It's huge. Come over here. Hungarian hot wax peppers. More Hungarian. And in these diseases, like look, it's just, I don't know where it's coming from. And it affects some plants and not other ones. It's crazy. Over here we're growing more cucumbers. You can see the little plants. And then this is a random tomato plant that grew up from last year. Put a cage around it because, hey, extra food. We harvested potatoes from right here, and we planted a bunch of beans. So we're going to be getting a lot of beans. And then there's 2 beds right there. Sarah planted all the beans and none of them came up. Those are fresh from the store. Burpee beads, brand new seeds, none of them came up. And supposedly there's been a problem with beans this year. Got paste tomatoes going on. Got this whole row in paste tomatoes. This whole row was, they're called, what? My mind always goes blank. Basically, they're seeds from last year that came up, just random. So I just planted a bunch of them here. See what we get, because we don't know what they're going to be. We got onions. Yummy, yummy. We got our cabbage growing in. It's hard to make a whole video and not be that long. Got purple cabbage. The purple cabbage didn't do very good, unfortunately. A lot of stuff we're doing this year is testing. We're trying to figure out what grows well where and with what kind of fertilizers. It's all organic fertilizer, but we got manure and we're just seeing what grows best with what ratios. And over here is a random squash plant that grew out of the compost pile. We just let it run because, hey, more food. It's already growing some squash on it, so that's jewelweed right there, according to what I think Sarah told me, and that fights poison ivy. Rub that on you if you get poison ivy. And then, yeah, we gotta replant these beans right here. And we got celery right there. Sarah just harvested all the fennel. Come over here, we got cayenne peppers growing up right there, and that bush, these are Chinese noodle beans right here. The beans get like 2 feet long. Right here is this is our what do you call it? I'll come back to it. This is our tomatillos. It's for making a certain hot sauce that's delicious. What are those called? Asparagus. So eventually that'll be a big bush and we'll have tons of asparagus. And then we got these tomatoes that grew in from last year. Strawberries. Come over here, this tomato plant doesn't seem to be doing very well. These are the ones that grew in from last year that I transplanted a little bit late. And yeah, do a quick scan around. This video is 13 minutes long. I think that's too long. I'm going to film the second garden next. But yeah, let me just end it with showing this one little blue flower. This little vine. These are all atomic grape tomatoes and stuff. Cherry tomatoes. And then over here, it's this little blue flower on a vine. It's pretty blue. It looks a lot bluer in person than it does on the camera. And that'll put blue flowers over the whole thing, so. And of course we got sunflowers. We had a groundhog that came in and mowed down almost all of our sunflowers in the second garden, ate a whole ton of our beans, chewed down our sweet potato plants. I finally got him, but oh my gosh, he just caused all sorts of havoc. I mean, if they nibbled on a plant here and there, it's fine, but no, they go and they take out your whole crop. And we learned one year, we had all these, our first year, we had all these raised beds with our cabbage and kale and everything. And we left because we were still living in Maryland, and we came back a week later and everything was just eaten to nothing. Because the damn groundhogs made a little hole into the fence. And they'll eat everything, so. And there's not really any way to capture them because they're really smart. So the only option really is to either poison them or shoot them. And they even say if you do manage to capture them and relocate, they often die anyways, so. there's not really any good way to deal with a groundhog, because you can scare them off, but they'll come back in like a week. They'll come back when you're not suspecting, and they'll take out your whole crop. So anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you watch the whole thing and you enjoy it. Eventually I will narrow down and become better at this if I continue on this path of YouTube. Anyways, bless you.